What are 3 things you need to know and do to get your Iranian F-14 in the easiest way possible? Let's talk a little bit about it. Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons, make sure to subscribe. And yeah guys, the F-14A event is coming very soon. It's supposed to start in 1 day and a half, like 2 days, most like, you know what I mean, on the 8th, right? And of course, as always, there are ways to help you get a chance of, get the vehicle itself in an easier manner, okay? So, I'm gonna talk about 3 ways that I normally do this type of thing, but you gotta understand some things first, okay? The first thing is that what it matters for these types of events is mission score. The mission score is the inside the game mission score that you get when you click the statistics button to actually take a look on the what the battle is like, So yeah, that's the score that matters, okay? No RP or anything like that. That's the score that matters. Each of the marks of distinctions that you need to get each 2 days that will eventually get you the vehicle are for 35,000 points, okay? So each 2 days you need to get 35,000 points, and if you want to sell it, the vehicle, you gotta get 750,000 points in all the event, which is, I think, is going to be in this case 8 or 9 days, right? So it will be a lot of points, guys. It's like, I don't know, it's it's like 40,000 points each day. It's close to it's kind of crazy how much points you need to actually get the vehicle to sell it, okay? But there are easier ways to actually get and just play and go for it. The first thing that you need to understand is the multiplier, okay? Multipliers actually help you or cap you a little bit from gaining the most amount of points that you want to get, okay? So there is a multiplier for 2 things, for the game mode and for the vehicle rank. For the vehicle rank, the lower the vehicle rank it is, the lower the amount of mission score you're gonna get. So for example, normally, for example, in this event that we are having right now, the Flight of the Albatross, if you play a rank 1 and 2, it will be a 0.8% or a times 0.8 of the amount that you got. So for example, if you get inside a match and get 1000 mission score points, it will only count 800 because you are in a lower rank. So you have to play in higher ranks. It will be the most easy thing ever. Of course, people tend to be, have different opinions and ways of playing. So if you think it's too hard to play top tier or anything like that, yeah, okay, go for a rank 5 or something, rank 4, 5, 6, but try to be on the highest rank that you can to get the most amount of RP that mission score that you can on the multiplier. If it's 1.2 times, for example, in a higher rank, it means that the 1000 that you get, each 1000 that you get will count as a 1200. And that combined with the game mode one, which also tends to change stuff up. For example, the arcade one will be the lower one, the realistic one will be a little bit higher, and the simulator will be the highest one. Try to play at least like RB battles in a higher, rank. That would help you get the most amount of points that you can. And it will be a little bit easier. I mean, at the end of the day, if you get 2 times or 2.5 times overall, or more or less here and there, it means that eventually you have to do half the effort to actually get the 35,000 each 2 days, right? So it's a lot, and it really does help. The second thing that I always talk about in this type of scenario is to try to play with something that you are good in, okay? Try to forget a little bit about anything else. Even grind, We're gonna talk about the grind later, but try to play with something that you are good in. So for example, one of my favorite aircraft of all time is the MiG-29. Or even the Su-27. Both of them are very good, but I play it better with a MiG-29 than a Yak-141, for example. I play it better with an F-16 than an F-15. I play it better with, I don't know, an F-5 than an A-10, for example. Both are the same rank, but I play it better with the F5, meaning that normally I will get more scores, you know? And with that, I can actually get a little bit more out of the, you know, equation. So try to play with something that you are good in, something that normally you have at least an expert, you know, crew on it, maybe an ace crew, something like that. Play with aircraft that are easy to fly, you know, normally for you, that have a lot of potential to getting a lot of kills or a lot of ground kills or anything. All of these will help you get there quickly. Of course, try to combine this together with the most amount of, you know, rank that you have and the most amount of difficulty in the game mode. So combine everything from the first and the second thing, right? So play with an aircraft. For example, I love to play with the MiG-29, so it's perfect. Why? Because it's a rank 8 aircraft, so it's the highest rank possible. I will get at times whatever, you know, but it will get more points together with an aircraft that I love. So it makes sense. It's an aircraft that I have an ace on, so it just, you know, it makes sense. I will play it better with it, even though it mightn't be worse than some other aircraft, depending on the situation. It is an easy aircraft for me to fly, so take your personal preference into mind when playing this. If you try to combine too many things onto one single event, you're gonna get burnt out, and that's the main objective that you need to have over here. This is a very, very high time consuming event, okay? So if you want to get, especially if you want to sell the vehicle, so if you want to get the vehicle, you gotta think, the first thing that you have to think about is burnt out. You don't need, you have to, you know, not be burnt out for the game, you know. So I always try to, for example, divide. If it's 35,000 that I'm aiming at each stage and not trying to sell it, for example, I would divide this in two, so it would be what, 17,500. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, my math's right. But 17,500 points per day, right? So I try to go for that position, and then I think about it. Am I burned out already? Am I too tired to actually play? If I am, I just stop playing. If I'm not, I try to get it a little bit from tomorrow, right? Maybe tomorrow I will be too tired. So measure all these things together with the vehicle that you love, and it should be good. And the last thing is try to forget a little bit about everything else besides grinding the event itself. Of course, I personally love to actually try to grind the aircraft that I'm finishing up grinding together with the event itself, but that's not the most efficient way possible to play, because you are limited on certain aircraft to fly. For example, if you have a premium aircraft in a certain you know, tech tree. So for example, I have the Su-39. It is not the most amazing thing ever to grind it out an event, right? But I have a premium on it, and I'm researching, for example, the Su-27. So it would make sense for me to fly the Su-39. Why? Because I would, you know, two birds with one stone, right? I could grind it out the vehicle that I am missing on the tech tree together with actually grinding the event. But if you are having troubles, this is more of an emergency situation. If you are having troubles getting burnt out and too tired to play and stuff like that, try to forget about that. Try to have fun and try to play with the stuff that you like. Forget about the grind of the tech trees a bit, and this will help immensely. It's kind of a hidden thing, and people don't take these too seriously, but I guarantee to you guys that it will make a lot of difference, okay? So these are my tips for you to grind the Iranian F-14. Let's hope it's a good aircraft. I cannot wait to actually test out the missiles and stuff for you guys. So keep an eye out on the channel, subscribe, and I will be testing it out as soon as I have the aircraft as a rental for me to test it out for you guys, okay? So I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys, see you.